What's going on, everyone? I am Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Anybody who subscribed to my Jay the Black live streams 2 channel, you will know that I did a video about a reality TV star, quote unquote, Natalie Nunn, and how a female that she had a threesome with came forward and spilled all of the information out here and said that Natalie fully hooked up with another dude who was himself married, right? Because I believe they all met on the same reality show. But the girl says that she only got, tongue from the guy, basically. And she's saying all this, and Natalie is, she hasn't even fully denied it. That's what's weird. But she, I guess the husband had found out, her husband, Jacob. He left briefly. She was very distraught about it. But again, she never denied it. But apparently they had a get together. And at this get together, the guy in question that Natalie hooked up with, this Caucasian guy, Dan, he went to her and he wanted her to go, and they spoke, and he wanted her to go public and deny the situation. And apparently Jacob was with her and he wanted to know the truth about what happened. And apparently Jacob took her back. They were in public. They were seen being very intimate and close with each other in public. So apparently Jacob, Natalie's husband, has moved back in. Let me just say this. And I'm going to tell you why Jacob is a complete fool in this situation. Jacob, how can you get back with a woman who will not go public and deny that she did anything with this guy? This guy has to practically beg her to go public and deny it, but she won't do it. She won't do it. And you take her back anyway. Is it because you have a kid together and you know that she may come after you for child support? Or is it because you really are that much of a simp? She won't even go public and deny it. Now, Dan has denied it, but I believe that situation happened. And I don't think Natalie regrets it. I really don't think she regrets it. I think she liked hooking up with Dan. That is why she won't go public and say anything. And because she knows you, man. She knows that she knew you were going to get back with her. So what was the point of her going public to deny anything? And now you get back with her. You like an even bigger fool than you did before for wifing her up to begin with. You wifed her up when she was still at the peak of her partying and traveling. There were rumors about her a couple of years ago dealing with an African dude, being spotted at the club hugged up with a married rich African dude. I believe he was either from Nigeria or Kenya. And she's hugged up with this guy in the club. This was maybe 3-4 years ago, while she was married to you, Jacob. And again, I said it in another video, I don't think this was the first time. I don't think it's going to be the last time. When you take back somebody that messes around on you very publicly and doesn't flat out deny it, ain't talking about suing, ain't talking about taking polygraph tests, if they are staying quiet and not saying nothing, one, it happened, and two, they don't regret it. Now you got the guy Dan, the Caucasian guy. He wants to blame alcohol for the situation. And Natalie hasn't really said anything except for that she wants the family to get back together. She doesn't want this to break them apart. And you got Jacob, who's been married to her for a good while now, getting back with her because it's either cheaper to keep her or you just that weak of a guy. Now, I will say this though. Yes, men do mess around their wives and girlfriends. Yes, we know this. But for the most part, men get raked over the coals. I have yet to see another video on this topic. If other people have done video topics on this, y'all can let me know. I haven't seen it. I'm not saying I'm subscribed to anybody, but when you have recommendations and things of that nature, I haven't seen the videos made. You know, nobody's come to me, because usually people be sending me video links to some of these other content creators. There may be a few people that have spoke on it, but if this was a guy, oh man, look at all the videos. You'll be hearing about divestment and, you know, hopping over the fence. Which is the irony of this situation, right? But Natalie Nunn has been very quiet on this. She hasn't really denied it. The guy Dan has to practically beg her to go public and deny it, and she hasn't. Why y'all think that is? Because she doesn't regret it. Not only that, but Natalie and the guy that she messed around with, they hugged each other after meeting. After she took her husband to meet this guy to talk about the situation, she hugs this guy. This is a guy who allegedly was smashing your wife, and you let her hug the guy? Come on, man. She has absolutely no respect for you, Jacob. I have no respect for you, because you know deep down she done this before. Now maybe you done messed around on her. Maybe she took you back. So maybe you're giving her the benefit of the doubt. But bro, she is sort of denying it. She hasn't really admitted to it. Or maybe she admitted to you, but you don't want to look like a sucker. So you want to go to this guy Dan and seek answers. Bro, you know the answers. You know the answers, man. And y'all got to understand, Natalie Nunn posts her husband all over her page. So it ain't a situation where she's unhappy with the guy. She seemed like she's happy with the guy. But she was basically overcompensating because she knows that she done messed around with Dan. Let me tell you something right now. Just because a woman posts her husband or boyfriend all over her page, don't mean that she loves him. It just means that she wants to put the perception that she's loving, you know, to him, you know, overcompensating for the fact that she may not love him as much as she wants people to believe. I just think that you're with a female who thinks she's smarter than you. You're with a female who doesn't really respect you. And you know this. But because you're so weak for what she has between her legs, that you're willing to take her back when you know that she done been with somebody. Let me tell you something like this, bro. If she hugged this guy after meeting him and you with her and she hugged him, bro, it's gonna happen again. And it ain't gonna be blamed on the alcohol. And it ain't gonna be no threesome situation. That lets me know that she likes this guy. The fact that she ain't even trying to go public and fully, you know, deny it and say that these are lies, you know, I think she still liked the guy, man. And you are a complete fool for getting back with her. Wouldn't surprise me at all if she hooks up with him again. And what's gonna happen, unfortunately, is that if this relationship ends, it's going to end on her terms. It's the same situation with Larsa Pippen and Scottie Pippen. That relationship ended on her terms. It didn't end on his. It could have ended on his, but she wanted to end that relationship. She wanted the perception to be that she walked away, not him. So whenever she does interviews or whenever anybody brings up Scottie, she can say she left him. Larsa made a fool out of Scottie. But maybe Scottie had already moved on and say, you know what, I'm going to give you a chance for the sake of the kids. But I think, you know, to me, Scottie seemed very indifferent, but he also looked very foolish. You're buying her a new ring? Like, bro, really? And that's what seemed like I think is going to happen in this situation, because what's going to happen is she's going to watch you like a hawk. And any misstep, she is going to put it out there. If she thinks that you're messing around with other women, she's going to put that out there. She's going to leave that relationship. And her conscience is going to be clear because you took her back when you had an opportunity to walk away with your dignity. And when she leaves you, bro, and she's going to be able to say, you know what? I tried to hold this together, but he kept doing this, and this. Boy, she's going to make a complete foul on you, and she's going to use it against you. That's what women like this do. They're not going to let you walk away. They're going to walk away. You could have left her in complete shambles. over this, and still had your pride, still had your dignity. Maybe not your marriage, but now you're going back with a woman who's hugging the man that she allegedly slept with in your face. Like, come on, seriously? And this is the kind of stuff I talk about in my content, man. A lot of you guys are weak for what these chicks have between their legs. A lot of you guys, you want to be traditionalist husbands. You know, you want to be able to keep the family together. Bro, you can't wife up a chick like this and think you're going to keep anything together. I'm surprised you've been with her this long. But the reason why I think this relationship has worked is because for the most part, it has been on her terms. It has been on her terms. But in this situation, man, I can't say I feel bad for you. And there's a lot of other guys that's going to probably say the same thing. You take back somebody that got it had a hooked up with another man who was married and acted like ain't nothing happened. And then when the situation is put out there, and I will say this though, the other female who put this information out here, I think she did it because she wants that guy Dan too. I'm just putting that out there, you know. And she didn't even have to give up the box. Guess who gave up the box to Dan? Natalie did. Natalie gave up the box to this guy. The other chick didn't. Let me tell you something, man. For the most part, it ain't really your girl. You know, she for everybody. And I've said this. You got chicks out there, man, they for everybody, man. It just depends on the opportunity. You leave her around another chick and another dude, you add in some alcohol, some crazy things are gonna go down. It really is. And the fact that you took her back, bro, it just shows you a lot of these guys, they just do not understand women whatsoever.